Most men think attractiveness is about genetics, money, or status, but that's only half the truth. What really makes a man attractive are the small, consistent habits that build presence, discipline, and confidence. The kind of habits that make people pay attention the moment you walk into a room. You don't need to be the best looking guy. You just need to carry yourself like a man who respects himself. Women can sense it instantly. They feel it in the way you move, speak, and lead yourself. These habits separate the average from the magnetic, the boys from the men. Because attraction isn't something you chase, it's something you become. And when you build these habits into your daily routine, you start radiating the kind of energy that makes people want to be around you. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 7 daily habits of attractive men. Simple, powerful, and game-changing habits that, when mastered, will completely transform how women see you and how you see yourself. Point 1. Attractive men prioritize their health and fitness. The first daily habit of attractive men is that they take care of their body every single day. Because here's the truth. Your physical appearance isn't just about looks, it's about discipline. A fit, healthy man radiates strength, control, and energy. You don't need to be shredded or look like a model. What matters is that you look like you care. Attractive men treat their body like their vehicle through life, not a trash can for laziness and excuses. When you exercise, eat clean, stay hydrated, and move with purpose, you send a powerful message to yourself and the world. I respect myself, and women can feel that. Fitness changes the way you carry yourself. Your posture straightens, your walk becomes confident, and your energy becomes magnetic. You don't need to speak for people to notice. They sense that you have control over yourself, and that control translates to attraction. Psychologically, taking care of your health signals stability and reliability. People are drawn to those who look capable of handling life. A man who can stay consistent with his body shows he can stay consistent in everything else, his goals, his emotions, and his relationships. Women notice that subconsciously. They're not just seeing your muscles, they're reading your discipline. Most men fail here because they chase quick results. They start, stop, and complain that it's hard. But attractive men make health a lifestyle, not a 30-day challenge. They wake up, move their body, eat with purpose, and rest properly. It's not about perfection. It's about effort, every single day. Because every workout, every healthy meal, every night of good sleep compounds over time into confidence and strength that no fake bravado can replace. The stronger move is to start small but stay consistent. A 30-minute workout, a balanced diet, enough water, proper grooming and hygiene. These small choices communicate power because most men won't do them. And when you do, you instantly stand out. So remember this, your body is your billboard. It shows the world your habits, your discipline, and your respect for yourself. Attractive men don't wait for motivation. They move with intention. Because when you look strong, feel strong, and live strong, you don't have to chase attraction. It chases you. Point 2. Attractive men maintain a calm, controlled energy. The second daily habit of attractive men is emotional control, the ability to stay calm no matter what happens. Most men lose their composure at the slightest stress. They snap in traffic, panic when plans change, or overreact when a woman pulls away. But attractive men, they stay grounded. Their energy is steady, not frantic. They don't let the world control their mood. They control themselves. That calm presence is magnetic because people can feel it. Women especially sense when a man carries quiet strength. It tells her, this man doesn't crumble. This man is safe. Here's the truth, calmness is power. In a world full of noise, chaos, and insecurity, a man who stays composed stands out instantly. He doesn't raise his voice to prove dominance. He doesn't need to show off to get attention. His silence carries more authority than other men's shouting. That kind of control shows maturity. It shows you're in command of your emotions, not a slave to them. Psychologically, emotional control signals confidence and competence. When you stay calm under pressure, people trust you more. You radiate leadership, and women instinctively respect that. They don't want a man who reacts. They want a man who responds. A man who can handle tension without losing his frame. That kind of stability feels attractive because it creates safety. It shows that you can lead through uncertainty instead of falling apart in it. Most men fail here because they confuse calmness with coldness. They think emotional control means being emotionless, but that's wrong. True control means you feel everything. You just don't let it run your life. You can be passionate without being impulsive, firm without being aggressive, and confident without being arrogant. Attractive men master that balance. The stronger move is to practice stillness daily. When you feel anger, breathe. When you feel anxiety, slow down your response. When life tests you, observe before reacting. The man who stays centered under pressure gains power in any room he enters. So remember this: attractive men aren't loud, they're composed. Their energy doesn't chase approval, it commands respect. Because when you can control your emotions, you can control any situation. And that calm confidence is what makes a man truly magnetic. Point 3. Attractive men live with purpose and direction. The third daily habit of attractive men is living with purpose. A man with no direction is like a ship without a rudder. He floats, but he never arrives. Most men drift through life reacting to whatever comes next. But attractive men, they move with intent. Every day they know what they're working toward. It doesn't matter if the goal is building a business, improving their fitness, or mastering a skill, they wake up with focus. That focus gives them presence, and that presence makes them magnetic. Here's the truth: women aren't drawn to men who wander. They're drawn to men who build. Purpose is one of the most attractive traits you can have because it communicates ambition, drive, and leadership. You don't have to be rich or famous, you just have to be driven. A man who is on a mission doesn't need to brag about it. His energy speaks for him. You can see it in the way he talks, the way he walks, the way he looks at life. He's not waiting for permission, he's already moving. Psychologically, purpose equals certainty, and certainty is rare. People are drawn to those who know where they're going because it gives them a sense of direction too. A man with purpose provides emotional stability. He doesn't crumble under pressure or rely on others to give him meaning. That's what makes women feel both safe and inspired in his presence. He's a man who leads his own life. Most men fail here because they confuse activity with purpose. They stay busy but go nowhere. They chase distractions instead of goals. But attractive men are intentional. Every choice, every habit, every conversation aligns with their mission. That focus radiates confidence because it eliminates confusion. He's not seeking validation. He's too focused on progress. The stronger move is to define your mission clearly. Know what you want, why you want it, and what steps you'll take today to get closer. Purpose doesn't come from luck, it comes from clarity and consistency. When you have that, your energy shifts. You stop chasing women and start attracting them because they can sense a man who knows who he is and where he's going. So remember this: attractive men don't drift, they drive. Their direction creates respect, their discipline creates admiration, and their purpose creates attraction that never fades. Point 4. Attractive men master the art of grooming and style. The fourth daily habit of attractive men is taking pride in their grooming and style. Because let's be honest, before anyone hears your words, they see your image. And your image either communicates strength and self-respect or laziness and neglect. Attractive men understand this isn't about vanity. It's about standards. The way you present yourself to the world tells everyone how you value yourself. A man who looks sharp, smells clean, and dresses with intention doesn't need to say a word. His presence speaks for him. Here's the truth: grooming is the language of self-respect. It's the visible proof that you care about yourself enough to show up well. A clean haircut, a neat beard, a fresh scent, well-fitted clothes, these details make all the difference. Women notice it immediately. It's not about expensive brands or flashy watches, it's about effort. The man who puts effort into his appearance communicates discipline. And discipline, whether in your body, your style, or your hygiene, is one of the most attractive traits you can ever develop. Psychologically, grooming ties to perception and confidence. When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, your posture, tone, and presence naturally shift. People treat you differently because you treat yourself differently. Women especially read grooming as a signal of reliability and emotional control. They see a man who's intentional about how he presents himself and instinctively link that to how he handles life. Most men fail here because they only groom when they need to. They clean up for a date, a job interview, or an event, and then slip back into apathy. But attractive men understand consistency is key. They groom daily because it's part of who they are, not something they do for approval. Every day they're sending a silent message. I respect myself enough to look like it. The stronger move is to make grooming part of your ritual. Keep your haircut tight, your skin clean, your scent subtle but unforgettable, and your clothes crisp and fitted. You don't need to overdo it. You just need to stay sharp. Because grooming isn't about impressing others, it's about commanding respect without saying a word. So remember this, attractive men don't chase validation, they embody it. And a man who looks like he values himself never has to ask for attention, it finds him. Point 5, attractive men communicate with clarity and presence. The fifth daily habit of attractive men is mastering the way they communicate. Because here's the truth, your words are your weapon and your tone is your power. Most men talk too much, too fast, or with no awareness of what their words actually project. But attractive men, they speak with calm, deliberate confidence. They don't rush to fill silence, they don't talk to impress, they talk to express. And they know exactly what they're saying and why. When an attractive man speaks, people listen. Not because he's loud, but because he's certain. Clarity in communication is rare. Most people speak reactively, blurting whatever emotion hits them. Attractive men, however, have control. They listen before they talk. They observe before they respond. That patience makes their words carry weight. Women notice that instantly. When a man communicates calmly, clearly, and directly, it tells her he's emotionally stable. He's not desperate for approval. He's comfortable with silence. And that quiet confidence is hypnotic. Psychologically, this habit reflects high social intelligence. It shows you're grounded, aware, and capable of leading conversations rather than chasing them. The way you speak reveals your level of confidence more than anything else. If your tone trembles, if your sentences ramble, if you talk over others, it screams insecurity. But when your voice is steady, your speech is concise, and your eye contact is firm, you command respect. It's not about saying more, it's about meaning more with every word. Most men fail here because they chase validation with words. They over-explain, overshare, or over-joke to fill space. But attractive men use silence as power. They understand that stillness, pauses, and slow speech draw attention more effectively than noise. They don't compete to be heard. They allow others to lean in. That's presence. And presence is magnetic. The stronger move is to practice intentional communication daily. Slow down your speech. Lower your tone slightly. Speak only when you mean it. When you do, people start respecting your words and your presence. Women especially feel that energy. It makes them listen, respect, and remember you long after you've left the room. So remember this, attractive men don't speak to get noticed. They speak because their words carry purpose. And when your presence speaks louder than your voice, that's when you've truly mastered communication. Point 6, attractive men stay consistent with their routine. The sixth daily habit of attractive men is consistency. Most men start strong and fade fast. They hit the gym for a week, read for 2 days, clean up their act for a while, then fall right back into chaos. But attractive men? They don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. They understand that what truly builds confidence, success, and attraction isn't doing something once. It's doing it every single day, even when they don't feel like it. Here's the truth. Consistency is what separates temporary confidence from permanent presence. Anyone can look impressive for a day, but only disciplined men earn lasting respect. When you show up for yourself daily, working out, grooming, learning, staying focused, you send a message to your mind and to the world. I can be counted on. And that reliability is magnetic. It makes women feel safe, it earns men's respect, and it builds the kind of reputation that can't be faked. Psychologically, consistency builds trust. People are drawn to what they can predict. When your habits are steady, your energy becomes dependable. You're not chaotic, moody, or inconsistent. You're centered. That stability radiates strength. Women can sense when a man is disciplined because his energy feels controlled, his movements are purposeful, and his mindset is structured. That's the quiet power that draws people in. Most men fail here because they rely on motivation. They wait to feel like it. But attractive men understand that feelings follow action, not the other way around. They show up whether they feel tired, busy, or uninspired. Because every time you keep your word to yourself, you build confidence. And every time you break it, you weaken it. The stronger move is to make consistency your brand. Create a morning routine that sets your tone. Hit the gym even when it rains. Keep promises, even small ones. Because repetition builds reliability, and reliability builds presence. Over time, your habits become your character, and your character becomes your attraction. So remember this. Attractive men don't move based on emotion. They move based on principle. Their consistency is their silent advantage. And when your discipline becomes predictable, your success and your presence become undeniable. Point 7. Attractive men protect their peace and energy. The seventh daily habit of attractive men is knowing how to protect their peace. Because no matter how strong, disciplined, or confident you are, if you let everyone drain your energy, you'll lose your edge. Attractive men guard their time, attention, and emotional space like it's gold. They know that who they allow into their life determines the quality of their thoughts, their focus, and their future. Most men waste energy on people, habits, and distractions that give nothing back. But men who understand their value, they move differently. Here's the truth. Peace is power. A man who stays unbothered in a world built on chaos is rare, and that rarity is attractive. He's not scrolling endlessly, reacting emotionally, or chasing validation. He's too focused on protecting his state of mind. Women feel that instantly. When you're calm, grounded, and emotionally in control, you radiate stability. That's what draws them in. It's not just your looks, it's the peace they feel when they're around you. Psychologically, this habit reflects high self-respect. Protecting your peace shows that you have boundaries. It means you don't tolerate drama, disrespect, or negativity. And that energy is contagious. It teaches others how to treat you. People who used to test your patience start walking carefully around you, because calm men command respect without demanding it. Most men fail here because they think peace equals isolation. But it's not about cutting everyone off. It's about filtering who gets access. Attractive men know how to walk away from nonsense without announcing it. They don't argue, they don't prove, they don't chase. They simply preserve their energy for things that build them, not break them. The stronger move is to make peace your standard. Wake up early, meditate, or spend 5 quiet minutes alone. Limit distractions. Avoid gossip. Keep your circle tight. Learn to say no without guilt. Because the man who controls his peace controls his power, and no one can manipulate a man who's centered within himself. So remember this. Attractive men aren't just well-dressed or confident. They're calm, grounded, and untouchable. They don't let the world shake them. They make the world adjust to their energy. And once you master that, you don't just become attractive. You become unforgettable. Conclusion, 200 words. Now you understand the truth. Attraction isn't luck, it's lifestyle. It's not about chasing attention or forcing outcomes. It's about the small, deliberate habits you repeat every single day that shape who you are. The 7 habits you just learned, fitness, calmness, purpose, grooming, communication, consistency, and peace, are what separate the average man from the magnetic man. They don't just change how women see you, they change how you see yourself. Most men spend their lives trying to impress others, but attractive men spend their lives improving themselves. And that's the secret. Self-respect creates respect. When you move with discipline, when your energy is calm, your purpose clear, and your presence strong, people can feel it without you saying a word. You become the kind of man who doesn't beg for attention. He commands it. So remember this, attraction is not a trick, it's a reflection. The world mirrors back what you give it. If you act lazy, you attract chaos. If you act with standards, you attract quality. Master these habits daily, and you won't have to chase validation again because your very existence will radiate it.